Hello, my beaver enthusiasts, and welcome back to Timberborn. We're going to continue our last game of Lord Kratos's beaver colony, and here we are. You can see where we left us out. There is a drought approaching, so in zero point 0.4 days we will have a drought. So last time we did do some drought proofing. We did put our dam over here in, which is good. Oh, and there our drought has started. So this means there will be no more water coming into our colony. So I'm going to go ahead and do is pause this log pump so that this water down here doesn't dry out. We want to keep this nice and wet so that our farms and our berries and our trees all stay nice and watered. So we don't end up, well, with it all drying out and dying, and that would be the end of our colony. I'm also going to go ahead and pause the lumber mill because obviously there's no flowing water, so the water wheel is not turning, and thus we are not making any power, so we're not making any planks. So there's no point in having it on if there's no power. So we might focus on today is having a little look at our beaver's well-being. If I click on one of these guys, if I can actually manage to click on one of them. Okay, let's have a look at Zoom Bad over here. And let's have a look. He has needs. So we have an overall well-being score here of 2. And then over here you can see there's sort of working speed. So the working speed improves by 25% and well-being 5. We also have movement speed. So in the next tier it's 15% at well-being of 12. And this one is life expectancy. And the next well-being jump is at 7. And it's another plus 20%. So we look here, these are our basic needs at the top here. So we have hunger, thirst, sleep, shelter, and wet fur. And then there's also nutrition, social life, aesthetics, awe, fun, and knowledge. So what I think we might do is we might spend some time working on a few of these. I think we might start with the basic needs, because we'll get the basic needs out of the way first. So we have hunger is fine, so is thirst, and they seem to be getting enough sleep. But it seems shelter is a basic need that we're not currently meeting. So we're going to have a look at shelter. So I think what we'll do is we'll build some housing for our beavers. So if we come down here to housing, and the one we have unlocked is the lodge. So it's a place to spend the night. So it inhabits 3, and its basic needs sleep and basic needs shelter go up. So what we want to have a look at is where we would like to build this. Don't have any planks currently because I'd like to build it up here on this kind of brown area here. But we're currently out of planks. So we could definitely do with some more planks. We do have one unemployed beaver. I guess our drought will be over in 0 0.2 days. So what we might just do is fast forward through the drought and we'll wait until some planks are being built. And I think we'll take some of our science and we're going to unlock the stairs for 70 science. And we'll put a staircase up here so we can build on this brown ground up here our new houses. And I'll path this all up. Now, where would be the best spot to build our houses? Let's have a look. Yeah, I think back there sounds like a good spot. So we'll build. We have 10 beavers. Each one sleeps 3, so 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need 4 at least. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and oh look, it looks like we're actually out of water, so I better turn this water pump back on and make sure our beavers get water because we don't want anyone dying of thirst. That would not be good. Okay, so I looked it up from last time. We were talking about how I was wondering if beavers' teeth continuously grow like they do with like other sort of with rats and things like that and horses. And yeah, I just looked it up. They do. So they do continuously grow. So yeah, so the teeth grindstone makes a lot more sense then if they are continuously growing and then they're using them to gnaw down and they get sharp bits and ouchy bits. Then grinding them down makes sense because it's not like grinding down human teeth where you're just going to get shorter and shorter and shorter until eventually you have no teeth. So interesting facts to learn. And we do appear to be increasing our water, which is good. Oh, and our water wheel is back on, so our drought has ended. So I will put someone back in here. I might drop a person from the builder's hut for now because we can't build anything until we get those stairs in. And we're still waiting for our forest to be built from last time. So basically we're waiting for planks mostly. We've got 3 out of 7 planks in there. And then we need another 4 planks for that. So 8 planks in total we need. And here we go. There's our forester built. We don't have enough beavers to be in there right now. But what I do want to do is probably start planning out planting of trees. So if we go down to this tab down here, we've got lots of different types of trees we can plant. So oak trees take 30 days for 8 wood. Maples are 28 days for 6. Chestnut, 23 for 4. Pine, 12 for 2. And birch, 7 days for 1. And then we can also plant dandelions and blueberry bushes. I think we're going to start with oaks. We plant some oaks around the back here. And actually, if I click on the forester, you can sort of see this blue area here is the area the forester covers. So that's the area it will plant trees in. So we'll go for some oaks around the back here. Start off with. It'll be a while until we get sort of the benefits of planting these oaks. But they are kind of one of the better ones to plant, even if they do take quite a while to grow. I think we probably also want to put some chestnut trees in because this is another source of food. So chestnut trees, and once they're fully grown, it's 8 days and you get chestnuts, which you can then use in if we go to the food tab, you can use in the grill and you can grill them to get roasted chestnuts. So it's another load of food. And if we go to our population well-being tab, you'll see that grilled chestnuts will give us more well-being. So we'll go ahead and plant some chestnut trees down here in a little pile. And I'm also going to put a gatherer's flag in because they're the ones that gather the grilled chestnuts. I could actually put one right there. And that would cover both the chestnuts and all of the blueberries, which would be pretty good, actually. That'd be a efficient use of our space. And I think I'm also going to plant up some maples because maples, once they're fully grown, again, like the chestnuts, they eventually in 12 days, make maple syrup. And eventually we can get what's called the tapper shack, and we can get maple syrup, and we can use them to make maple pastries, which again is another well-being food. We'll probably plant a line of maples in. Yeah, I think down here seems like quite a nice spot for some maples. And what we'll also do again is plant some pines, because again, once pines are fully grown, you get pine resin. So we'll put a load of pines in as well, so that we're possibly going to get pine resin at a later date. We'll stick them in there. And I think the rest of this we will just plant up with oaks. Actually, I might leave a sort of area at the front to be able to get a path in. I should have thought of that before I... Yep, just there. So get a path in so we can reach this area down here. Perfect. And it does look like our beavers have been very, very busy. So we have our stairs in, and we also have our lodges in, which is very exciting. So this should hopefully be improving our well-being score. So I click on NG here, you can see they now have shelter, which gives us +1 to our well-being score, which is very exciting. So we're having, yep, +20% working speed. We've got +5 movement speed, and we're not plussing anything to our life expectancy yet, but we'll keep working on it. So we do have quite a lot of science, so I might think about having a look in the well-being tab. I think something we'll probably want to get is a medical bed. This only costs planks and logs. There's only 80 science, so I think I'm going to unlock that. Maybe build one over here by our district center. Yep, I want to unlock it for 80 science. And that's if any beavers get injured, then they can go over here and they can spend some time in the medical bed and they'll become healed. So if we have a click on the lumber mill, and you'll see there's a low chance of injury. So like the beaver in here has a chance of getting injured while they're working, and if they do, then they can go to the medical bed and they can be healed. I'm also going to want to remove these thorns over here. But there is a high chance of injury if I get my beavers to remove those. So I'm going to have preemptively make the medical bed. And now I'm going to tell my beavers to remove these thorns. I'll path up to them first. Oops. Delete that little extra bit of path I didn't mean to make. Yep. And I will go ahead and get them to plant an oak tree there. Okay. What I might do is go looking for a job. I can pause. Anyone in here? No. We have 9 beavers. We've got 3 baby beavers currently. I'm not currently using building anything, so I might pause this guy. Hopefully get them in here. I'll bump this up a little bit on the priority list. And I will bump, yeah, I have the water pump at very high priority. I think as well I want to bump the farmhouse up to high priority because these are very important. The water pump and the farmhouse, because you always need water and food. But everything else can sort of remain medium priority. And I'll sort of swap these around at times depending on what I need or I don't need. Are these gather flags still? Oh, okay, we don't have any beavers in those. I see, we must have recently had a few beavers die of old age, so we're sort of running low on jobs, but luckily we have 3 baby beavers that have been born recently, and we also have 1 space in one of our houses. So we should hopefully have another baby beaver at some point soon. Nope, and another drought is approaching in 3 days. So actually what I might want to do is water was a problem last time. I think I might want to add a few more water tanks in, just to make sure we have enough water to last the drought. Put a couple ones there, one there, one there, and one here. And oh, I need to make sure these are all set as to store water. We can see down here the beaver has started planting up our trees. You can say it's 5% of the way through. That one's 2%, this one's 5%, this is a maple oak, so that's very exciting. And I think I will come over here and tell them to demolish this one. And that will let us get in here to these trees here as well. We don't have any logs because no one's on the logs. We only currently have 7 adults, so I've kind of got too many things I want to do with too few beavers, so we might just have to sort of keep it running for a while, and hopefully some more beavers will grow up, and we will get some more people who can fill in the jobs. Oh, and one thing I just realized we should probably be doing as well is we don't have any food storage, so we'll definitely want to be building some warehouses to store some food. So maybe put my warehouses back here. One for carrots and one for sunflower seeds. It does look like, yeah, the builder's not doing anything right now because well, there's nothing for them to build currently, or there's nothing they can build with because they don't have any logs. So we'll move them over to this lumberjack flag, so hopefully they can grab those trees. Just make sure someone's still in here. Yes, they are. Perfect. And oh, look, there's another drought has started, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the water pump for now. We'll try and keep an eye on the water this time a little bit better. But we do have 117 water currently. I might actually look at some point putting a little bit more water storage in. Or another dam or something in so we can dam up some more area. We'll just check this detonation of stable core up here. It looks like it's still dormant, which is good. Oh, and we'll also pause the lumber mill for now because that, with the no flowing water again, I'll put them in the builder's hut so hopefully they can go and build our medium warehouses. Oh, it just looks like, it must have been from the angle, I've forgotten a little spot here to plant a tree in. So I'll go ahead and put a little oak in there. That's actually kind of funny. Oh, and it does look like they have destroyed the thorns to here, which is great, which means we can get in here and access these trees. I might also demolish this thorn because then we can put a lumberjack flag here and able to cut down these trees because these ones, just in time, these ones over here are just about depleted. Oh, and it looks like we have 10 adults now, so a few of our babies have grown up. That's very exciting. And we'll check on our storage, not quite done yet, but this one does, it's halfway there, which is great. Oh no, I've just noticed one of my beavers is injured. Who is injured? Oh, it's Angie. But luckily they're in, oh, they've hurt their paw. Oh, but luckily they're in the medical bed there, so hopefully they should be getting better. Poor Angie, in her little paw. I'll just have a look at water as well. We've got 66 water, which is fine. I might pause these lumberjack flags over here as they're not currently doing anything, and I'll put some more builders on and hopefully they'll come over here and demolish these thorns so we can go ahead and get a lumberjack flag in. Oh, actually that's one thing I didn't leave enough room for over here. Lumberjack flag. And we'll work it out. We'll work it out. Maybe actually if I cancel this oak tree right here, I could stick a lumberjack flag there. That might be a good idea. Perfect. And that lumberjack flag, yeah, that gets pretty much this whole area and most of it over here, just not this little bit over here, so I might have to put a second one over there. And I'm going to mark all those trees for cutting before I forget. Oh, and here we go. We have our storage in. So we got carrots in this one. We got 36 carrots. We got sunflowers in this one, but we don't actually currently have any sunflowers. Maybe I should think about expanding my sunflower patch. And oh, wow, okay. Our entire thing dried up there. I'd only just noticed that. It looks like it was just in time, and we are only down to 10 water. So we could definitely do with some more water storage at this point. Might finish demolishing this one over here. I'm just going to take a look around my colony and see if there's any spots I could store some more water. Generally, I like to store water upstream so I can kind of let it slowly back in and keep the area I'm planting in green. But it doesn't seem there's many options for that on this map. Water storage is becoming a little bit difficult. And there is a lot of bad water around, which we do have to be very careful of. Okay, wait. This seems to be dangerously close to my colony. Bad water's coming from this direction, from underground. Filling up here. There's a danger this could overtop into my colony. Probably want it to go this way. Okay. So I might, of an order of urgency, need to build something here. Yeah, I think I definitely do. Oh, I just noticed that that could have been disastrous. So we'll go ahead and get some stairs in here. F that up. And then we'll build. Okay, I think I do need to unlock levees now, which are kind of solid dam pieces you can see here. And we're going to start putting them along here. Oh wow, okay. actually see it starting to overtop. Oh wait, no, there is an exit for it. Oh, thank goodness, over here. But that doesn't quite look like enough, is it? Gonna keep it from overtopping? You know what, just for safety, I think we're gonna go ahead and build that there. I definitely don't want the bad water to spill down into my colony. It would kill all of my plants, it would flood my buildings, it would just not be good. That is not what we want. So we'll go ahead and get that built. Definitely do someone in this lumberjack flag here. So we'll see where we can get some more. Kind of 10 beavers. Maybe drop down a builder. These are pods, we need this on, we want these on. And we'll demolish the last little bit of here so we can make sure there's plenty of water. I guess we could follow our water down here and see it meets all the bad water about here. It'll probably involve getting up and over this mountain. Or I guess we could go down and through here, but we could potentially dam off here and store all this water. Maybe get some water pumpers in? I'm not entirely sure. Not a lot of great places to store water in this place. Okay, there's another water seep up here. Not majorly helpful though. This is a bit of more of a difficult map. There's not a lot of great places to store water. Have to keep thinking and plotting. What might be best is putting some more water storage in. Though I would quite like to go for the medium tank, but that takes gears. We go to the wood workshop, we see that you can get a gear workshop for 100 science. We do have 236 science. We can afford it. Makes 120 horsepower. So how much is this making? So we're making 74 horsepower. And this is taking almost all of that. So what are my other options in power? We could get a wind turbine, which creates 150 HP. That might be the way to go. And it only takes logs and planks. Maybe we could stick that up here. Sort of up where the wind would be. Imagine it probably better being up high? Question mark. So we've got up to here, so we could always stick it. Okay, I think I panicked as well. I think I also panicked unnecessarily just looking at this. It is all flowing out, but I don't think it hurts to have this just in place anyway. But good to know our colony was not about to be flooded by bad water. So we'll go ahead and we'll unlock the wind turbine, 120 science. And yeah, I think it could be potentially useful to stick it on top of this. I don't think I'm going to use it for anything else. We'll stick that there. And then we'll need power shafts, but we'll also need, oh, vertical power shafts cost gears. Huh. Okay, so maybe we won't stick that up there. We could always just put it on the ground down here. Yeah, somewhere about there might work. And then we'll go into the wood section and go ahead and grab our gear workshop, which I believe will spin around. Just go next to this, or is it? Okay, it has to be a little bit away from it so that the tail here can spin around. So we'll just have to use a couple of power shafts, but luckily the ones on the ground don't require unlocking with science, and they don't require gears, which is useful. And there we go. So hopefully we'll start making some gears soon. What I should actually do is have a look at more storage, because we do need storage for our planks, which we're currently not making because we don't have any logs. I don't have any logs. Okay, we don't have any workers to go in there. Why do we not have any workers? No one's injured. Okay, we're only down to 9 beavers. I guess a couple of beavers died of old age. Okay. What we may want to do actually is stick some more housing in. To get some more beavers. Might drop down one of these guys and hopefully they'll go in here. Perfect. Then I think we'll stick another lodge in order to yeah, get some more beavers, because we could definitely do with it because we're constantly expanding and constantly getting more jobs. I'm going to put this on high priority. And yeah, the rest of it's fine being normal priority. Okay, we need to grab the planks from in there, but I think we need some plank storage for that. So that's what I was talking about. Probably want to grab some wood and some plank storage. So we'll probably put it up here in our sort of storagey industrial living area. Anything that doesn't have to be in the green bit. Just go up here. Let's go down to storage and we'll go for a large pile to store our wood. And another one. Actually, I might put one there, and I'll delete this one. One to store our planks and one to store wood here. And might bump these up to a slightly higher priority than the gears. I think we have storage for pretty much everything we're making. Actually, except from berries. We do not have any berry storage. We'll go ahead and go for yeah, medium warehouse and put this in there and we can store berries in here. Well, this feels like a good place to leave this off. I thank you all for watching. Please leave a comment, like, subscribe. That would all be very useful. I hope you all have wonderful weeks, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!